to the Forza Official Tournament 19 Co-op. Danke Merkel versus Nowser.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Forza Official Tournament 19 replay commentary here on SynergyGamingTV. We are, if I'm not mistaken, in the lower bracket finals. Very exciting stuff, you guys. Let's take a look at the teams. On the left-hand side, playing Pinch Fist, it is Danke Merkel. And their opponents on the right-hand side, playing Warthog, it is Nowser. So, this could be really good here. I'm a little disappointed to see the Pinch Fist pick again. I was hoping that maybe after the last game, they might have noticed, Danke Merkel might have realized that Pinch Fist, once you start getting attacked, is not the commander you want. This specific situation, when you're playing 4 bases, 2 players, is a great map for someone like Architect, actually, because you have so many additional resources that once something gets blown up, you have the resources, you just pop another one, activate the ability, and boom, you've got your weapons back and ready to go. Architect, I think in this situation, is going to be very difficult to beat. Unfortunately, we don't see that from either team. Yes. So, as I've said, in my opinion, Pinch Fist is great for 1v1. And 2v2s and things like that, where the resources are a lot more limited, because once you start applying damage, you have to either repair or place weapons, and Pinch Fist is very good. But in situations like this, where you have so much economy, once you get the initial stuff out, Pinch Fist becomes useless. Firing the ability, you're already going to have extra resources. You don't need Pinch Fist's ability in a 4v4 situation, especially when you're sharing resources amongst 4 bases. I mean, someone like I said, Architect, is going to be great. Warthog is fantastic in this idea as well, because you're going to gain that additional splash damage, but the economic advantage you receive from Pinch Fist in this specific map is going to be basically null and void after the first 5 minutes. So hopefully Danke Merkel can pull something off here and get the victory. I'm excited to see gameplay versus gameplay. This is going to be interesting. Danke Merkel's no slouch. Like I said, these guys are moving up in the ranks, and they're doing well. So let's see how they can compete against Team Nowser here, Noah and Bowser. Let's take a look. We're going for lots of economy here. Yes, we're going to see some tier 2 technologies. This is what I want to see here. Laser tech coming out. This is awesome. I really like to see that. We're going to have we got tier 1 techs everywhere, upgrade centers. These guys are going full tilt with the technologies. Let's see what Team Nowser's doing here. We're going to see cannons. That's what I want to see. And lasers. Oh, cool. Interesting match here. What do we got? Cannons coming out here. That is it. Double cannons right off the bat. So there's going to be a buttload of damage coming out of the Warthog side of things here. Pinch Fist. Look at the timings. Look at the timings. These guys are Pinch Fist. And they're almost no further ahead than Warthog. So there you have it. There you have it, you guys. Is Pinch Fist really worth it in this situation? I totally disagree. It's not. Especially in this situation, it's not. Now, I can understand Danke Merkel picking Pinch because of familiarity and just being comfortable. And that can be a huge deciding factor in a tournament of whether or not you're comfortable with the commander you're playing. I know that Noah and Bowser, well, Bowser for sure has the experience that he can basically play any commander in any situation, no big deal. Noah still developing his game sense. And but definitely moving up in the ranks, gone from a player that just kind of copied strats to definitely transitioning into his own player. Really good to watch Noah too. Keep your eyes on him. Keep your eyes on him. Not much happening though. Stagnant. Doing that tier 2 technology, right? Tier 2 weapons. Not a whole lot of harassing. Not a whole lot of anything. It's just going to be a buttload of damage coming out of Danke Merkel here at the beginning. Fire beam coming in there, another fire beam coming in here. These guys are targeting one core, so you can tell that Danke Merkel is communicating very well here right now. They're lining up their attacks, saying, hey, we need to hit this base. This is the game plan. Now, I think in this specific moment, transitioning from this core down to this core where there's nothing is going to be the option here. They can get 2 fire beams and a plasma right in here. It's GG for that core. Cannon shot coming across, getting some splash damage on the core there. Let's add our reactor damage, 85% HP remaining on this one, and full cores here. Pinch Fist ability goes. there we have it. So, I guess a slight advantage for Pinchfist in this regard is the early game harass you can do if you're maintaining map control. Great shot there coming from Team Nowser, trying to apply some splash there. Really, really good. Activated the Warthog ability as well. We got abilities popping off everywhere. Splash damage, cannons, things, more splash damage on the core. 76 HP on that one remaining. And going for the bottom of the base. I like to see that. Tactical shots here looking good. This is an absolute slugfest. I love to see it. Fantastic. Danke Merkel capitalizing on exactly what we pointed out there. Hitting that core that was undefended and exposed. Great shots there. Holy crap. Danke Merkel coming in! Damage coming out everywhere, going for that deep penetration with the Firebeam Plasma combinations. Weapons in almost every base. Wow! Looking really good here. Team Nowser going to be in a bit of a situation. One of the things is that you don't need all 4 cores in a cooperative match. All you need is 1 to do all the damage. Of course, you will lose the additional resource gain from the cores, but in a map with this many resources, not that big of a deal. Absolutely fantastic teamwork coming out of Danke Merkel here. For some reason, I have the wrong overlay on. You guys just saw a Steam notification. Sorry about that. I will fix that for the next game. And Plasmas. Oh, he just missed! He just missed! Oh, what a great shot here. The pressure that Danke Merkel is applying here right now is astounding. Firebeams, sandbags coming in here everywhere to try and hold back on that here right now. They've got a bunch of resources. Should be relatively easy to put metal there right now. Sandbags are trying to be the alternative here. Unbelievable. Firebeams and plasmas and all sorts of just rays everywhere. Fire the beams! Fire all the lasers! Fire everything! Holy moly! Awesome, trying to get a little bit of counterweight back here, using those 2x3s. This is the stuff we love to see. In this specific situation, this is a free pass. They're just trying to add some weight onto the back of the base, and that is the best way to do so. Absolutely. This base is just taking a pounding, but unfortunately with the background bracing, the plasma was unable to take the base out. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, you always build the back of your base out of background bracing, not like this where you use foreground bracing. That is going to cause crippling destruction if it manages to happen here. Great damage coming out of Team Nowser here. They're trying to make a comeback. This is the situation where having economic commanders is exactly what you need. Pinchfist is maintaining the map control right now. You need the economy in order to make the comeback, right? So having someone like Architect or having someone like Overdrive is absolutely essential in this specific situation. It's the only way to come back after this kind of resources. This is something that Pinchfist is really good at. If a Pinchfist player can maintain map control, it's very, very difficult to come back from that, obviously because of the early game, early pressure. But once you sustain that initial damage and you're able to do damage back, that is where Pinchfist has a hard time. But we're seeing here right now that with the amount of resources being gained on this specific map, that Danke Merkel's not having any issues here at the moment. This is a situation where Architect would be really, really good for Team Nowser because they've taken a bunch of damage. They have the resource gain they need with all of the mines that are active on the field. They could just pop the ability, boom, 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 a bunch of cannons back, and then beat the crap out of Pinchfist. So lots of different alternative playstyles here. I like Warthog as well when you have this type of economy, because you can deal that additional damage to your opponent, right, with the splash damage and try and just do overall damage. You're not going to do... Oh, and there it goes! Collapses. Great shot with the plasma. Fantastic job. Not looking good here for Team Nowser. Not looking good. Fire beams now are going to be dropping down here, trying to get that additional connection up here. This is something I feel that they should have been working on a little bit earlier, trying to get this connection built sooner to try and maintain the resource gathering. I'm still surprised to see that none of the players decided to use shock and awe. Shocking on all the bases, especially when you're playing in multi-bases. Shocking on with a barrel gives you access to the resources still when the core blows up. I'm very surprised that no one thought of that, especially with some of the players that we have in this tournament. I thought shocking on would have been a huge one, for sure. It's just very easy having those barrels placed in a lot of those bases. You can just build, you know, a little box back here with a barrel on it, and even when your core blows up, you still maintain connection, and you don't have to do any of this crap because you've got a barrel already. Not only that, but you'd have all those additional weapons with all the resources. You could place a bunch of fire beams. You'd have a bunch of energy. You can hit the fire beams, activate the ability. Now you got plasmas at the expense of fire beams. It's a really good strategy. Actually, in a cooperative 2v2 like this, when you're maintaining 4 bases, this is really good gameplay out of Danke Merkel. As I said in the previous couple games, these guys are up and coming. They are somebody you should absolutely keep your eyes on. But again, Noah and Bowser, no slouches either. Of course, Bowser being one of my favorite players back in the day, and Noah being another up-and-comer. Great to see these matches here. Really, really good to see this. I really do like that Danke Merkel capitalized on the strengths of Pinchfist. Now, we've said before many times that I don't believe Pinchfist is very good in large economy maps, but they did manage to capitalize on the fact of applying that early pressure and maintaining map dominance. This is that situation where I've said is that if you have one of those economy type commanders, you have that opportunity to bring it back, because the amount of damage that a Pinchfist player is going to be able to do early game in this situation is quite astounding. You have to make sure that you can balance that. So either you match them pinch versus pinch and try and out damage them early game, or you just tank the crap out of it. Use someone like, I guess, Armadillo as well. Armadillo, Architect, or Overdrive, and that gives you that comeback mechanic that once you start applying pressure to Pinchfist, he's unable to make the comeback. Very good game to see here. We're a little bit stagnant now, as they're just pounding here. Team Nowser trying to hold on, but they don't really have any weapons. Feels like they're just trying to run out the clock. There is not really much Team Nowser can do here right now. They're running on 4 mine economy and 4 turbines here with laser shields and things like that in the front, but Danke Merkel is basically maxed out on economy, going for the swarms here, which is just not necessary in that situation, but it will kind of chomp out a lot of this stuff here. I guess warheads, using warheads in this situation where you just want to blow up all the stuff in the front. I don't believe they went a munitions plant anywhere. No, they didn't. So swarm warheads is actually the opportunity. Had they gone munitions plant, I would have suggested howitzers instead. But this will work. This will suffice. Once those warheads start applying some damage here, Team Nowser is going to be in a bad place. I don't know if you can get any worse than the place they're in now, but yeah, I guess you can. Losing your minds. Selling off resources. These guys are playing to their fullest content. They're trying. They are trying. They're holding on here right now. We're down to 2 guys. 2 guys, 1 base. Just applying that damage constantly here. Danke Merkel has definitely got this one in the bag. Have a little sip of Coke Zero here to wet the old whistle. Trying to do some more economic damage here. And it's just looking like Nowser's just hanging on here. They need to call parlay. Wave the white flag. Surrender. This is going to be gnarly. There it is. You can see they're timing those lasers to shots to be perfect right after those warheads managed to take out a bunch of the damage. This is where everything is going to come in to play. Great play from Danke Merkel. I'm very impressed to see that they were able to capitalize on the Pinchfist strategies. Worked really, really well for them in this map. I'm very glad to see that. Fantastic. GG, you guys. Not a whole lot to talk about there when it turns out to be a bit of a blowout like that. Very difficult in maps like this to make a comeback unless you have the proper commander in that situation. But very well played from both teams. I think Danke Merkel's communication might have been just a little bit better. Hard to say in that situation, not being able to be in the Discords at the same time. Not to mention, I don't speak German anyway, so I'd have no idea what they were saying. But guys, that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Danke Merkel are your lower bracket champions. Let's get ready for the grand finals. Badges ++ versus Danke Merkel. Ladies and gentlemen and Forts fans, this game, the lower bracket finals, Danke Merkel versus Nowser, Pinchfist versus Warthog.